Hey everyone, it's Alistair Kerr here for the High Performance Schools program. High Performance Schools are places where every staff member and every student can flourish. And in today's quick video, we're going to focus in on the student side of the equation by looking at some of the fantastic work that the Gap State High is doing to maximise student wellbeing using the Student Pulse system. As a quick reminder, schools use the Student Pulse system to measure, monitor and maximise student wellbeing. Student wellbeing is measured when they complete their weekly Pulse survey, focusing in on the 4 key elements of student self-efficacy. Results are monitored through the use of class level and whole school dashboard reports, which enable the adjustment of teaching and learning practices to help boost student self-efficacy. Finally, student wellbeing is maximised through use of student reflection tools and specialised wellbeing lessons. Let's take a look now at how the Gap State High School is using the Student Pulse system to maximise student wellbeing during wellbeing lessons. To do this, we'll observe a demonstration lesson where Michael Clark, one of the amazing Hoys, will lead the class as the teacher, with Carolyn Spears, Mitch Mullen, Joe Amory and Dane Ponting taking on the role of students. During the demonstration lesson, Michael will break down the 4 key elements of the lesson, including focus, individual review, small group discussion, and feedback time. Over to you, Michael.
We're going to move into the part of the lesson, guys, where we start to look at our student reflection tool. This student reflection tool is guided by our monthly scorecard. The scorecard is broken up into a couple of categories, which reflect on how we have done as a cohort over the last couple of weeks. What I'd like you to do to begin with, I'd like you to turn to your partner and have a chat to them. What's interesting about that scorecard right now? So I'm going to bring the attention back up to the front. Going around the room, I can hear conversations about motivation. Mitch, Joe, could you speak to that for maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
Yeah, I think what really stood out to us is, see the orange box there, which is our current level of motivation. It's dropped off by about 10% since the last data cycle, and it's a good 20% lower than those 3 other categories. So I think it's really something we need to address today.
I agree. And judging by the discussions around the classroom, I think everyone reflects that sentiment as well. So that is going to be our priority for today. Boys and girls, I'm going to get us to grab out our laptops and open up into Style. Can I get you to go to your Relevant Connect group? And I want you to enter into the part of the lesson where we start looking at our reflection tool a little bit more in depth. This part here, we get a bit of an opportunity to review how we have progressed over the last week. Our successes, our challenges, and our goals. In our reflection tool, we identified motivation was our key one. So today, we are going to be focusing on our motivation. Over 3 minutes, I want you to take a little bit of time and think about what were your successes over the last week, what were your challenges, and what are the things that you want to strive for over the next week. Okay, ladies and gents, we'll rein it in there. 3 minutes is up. What we want to do now, we want to have an opportunity to discuss what we have just written with our neighbours. I want us to get into groups of 3 or 4 people. Today we've only got 4, so I'm just in groups of 2. Okay, I want you to have a conversation with your neighbour and talk about your challenges, your successes, and your goals. All right, team, your 4 minutes starts now. Let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, time's up. What we're going to do now is share some of our goals. We're going to go around to some of the groups. We'd love to start with some people to volunteer their answers. Anybody?
Yeah, Dane, thank you. So one thing that really helps me stay motivated is to make sure I'm getting to bed at a good time and having breakfast so that when I get to school I feel really motivated to learn. I'm in really good headspace.
That's a fantastic answer because you directly address what you're going to do, not just tell me about the challenges that you're facing. Fantastic. Carolyn?
I think I'm going to...
Over the next week, guys, I'd love you to actively think about what your actions were. And next week, when we come to our student reflection tool, we can actually have a think about how we did we achieve them, do we need to do a bit more work in these areas?
Fantastic demonstration, Michael. It's been truly insightful to see how the Gap State High School uses the Student Pulse system to measure, monitor, and maximise student wellbeing. And once again, a big thank you to Michael, Carolyn, Mitch, Joe, and Dane. We really appreciate you sharing best practice from the Gap State High with the rest of the education community. Until next time, bye for now.